That's that travel. That's that travel. That's that travel. That's that travel. I'm Obama.
Alright, we're finna react to some Schoolboy9 type shit. An internet rabbit hole. I don't know who the hell that nigga is. I don't know what he does. But I heard he touches kids and he's like Diddy. So, we'll see.
Hey, Muh.
What?
Check me out.
Shut your ass up.
Alright, so,
Whoa, this Loki scary. I like this type. I like this edit style. Like,
creepy accounts pretending to be kids.
fuck you and the edit stuff.
like, I wish I could edit my YouTube videos like this, like my intros and shit. Like, this looks so cool. I fuck with this.
It's led me down this weird rabbit hole
Learn how
of
to
people
do it.
using AI or dressing up pretending to go to
Look
school.
on Snap.
They all seem to have high heels, check images in them.
You think this
Is
go
this an
together?
age play thing or something
I
more
low-key
sinister?
think
Literally
it
anything
low-key.
helps as I keep
Not
looking
the time.
for answers.
Black hoodie.
This post was made to the subreddit
With a black hoodie,
r/Instagram
I
by the
think
user
this-
numerous
I don't see none.
Type shit.
on April 15th,
I'm sending it to you.
2024.
Okay, after I react
Look at
to
your
it.
phone.
Oh, actually, no. I'm gonna look at it right now. Okay. Gray ripped jeans with black shoes. Let me see the top. Let me see the top.
The top gonna be black hoodie.
Oh, no, it's not bad. Just a regular,
Type
fit type
alright.
shirt. Type shirt. Type shirt. Also shirt.
Type shit.
It featured
I was
screenshots
no.
of
Do
three
you think it
bizarre-looking
compliments
Instagram-
good
Wait.
type shit?
Yeah, obviously gray and black, stupid. Gray and black, gray and black go together.
Shut up.
pages they had encountered
With
earlier
dub,
that day,
I'm talking
with
about
OP
jeans and
expressing
a
Hey, shut up! I'm trying to react to my video, little bro.
concern that something truly disturbing was happening
nobody-
with these users.
But nobody's
and those in the
even
thread
there.
agreed.
Besides
But the
me.
actual
I got a
account
clip for him.
found all
Okay?
You right. You
So
right.
respect
you right.
it.
We have to clip farm. I will respect it.
of them and blocked them all. Truthsticks11 is
Because
seriously
when we
Man,
blow
how
up- when you blow up,
Bro,
my fault.
my chat, like, it's like stuck there, bro. How do I. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Why?
Like, I'm tired of this shit. Fuck it. Like, the chat is like stuck.
God,
Huh?
man.
Nigga, oh.
Bro, what are you talking about?
Okay.
I've
I
been
gotta
trying to
fix this
find
actual
more
shit.
about them, but can hardly find anything. Very weird
I'll
account
just see
to
what
say
they're
the
gonna talk
least. The three accounts apparently belong to three different children. However, when combing through their posts, the content seems to imply something much more bizarre was afoot. Something truly disturbing. This post would be the start of a story that would eventually be picked up and shared all across the online world, becoming one of the more notorious internet mysteries in recent memory, as these accounts revealed an unending rabbit hole that is still being traversed to this very day, in an ongoing investigation into one of the most depraved oddities ever found on Instagram. This is the emerging story of smartschoolboy9.
smartschoolboy9. Crawley. This shit looks so cool. I like this type shit.
It's decent.
We'll return after these messages.
I'm finna
Before
show
we get
you.
too
Look
far
at your
down this
phone.
rabbit
Right
Hey!
hole, I want to first thank today's sponsor, AG1. AG1 is a daily foundational
Yo.
nutrition supplement
Shut
that
up.
supports whole body health,
Huh?
packing in 75
This
vitamins.
nigga trying to
and
promote his shit.
minerals.
Like, put your stupid ass on, bitch.
Screen with your first subscription.
Damn, just get to the video already. Fuck.
Check me out. Check me out.
Beautiful
Alright.
boy, an account
The
looked
video
after
started.
by me, a degree-educated mother choosing to stay anonymous. This was the bio of the first account pictured in the Reddit post, an account named Truthsticks11, which was said to be operated by a 12-year-old boy and his mother. Back in October of 2021, the duo would make their very first post, kicking things off on a somewhat concerning note, though not for their own page, but instead another account on the platform.
So, that's the account run by a man pretending to be a boy.
The video was created and posted by the
fuck you
mother
talking
for the
like
sole
that?
purpose of warning
Weirdo?
others of a specific user who had been posing as a child online,
Good.
when in actuality he was a grown man who did this in order to get close to and exploit other children across the platform. It's the grim reality of this online world, as predators will do just about anything to get closer to children, and it's a reality often unrealized or even ignored by parents, which makes it almost refreshing that this mother
How do niggas want to touch kids, bro? Like, come on, bro.
Like, right, bro. Like, what is so
Like,
attractive about
kids?
irritating that kid?
Oh my god,
Right.
bro. Like, what? I don't understand that.
was out
shit.
here trying to raise awareness. These posts would become the crux of the account early on. They would call out this user and their many accounts again and again, eventually going more in depth about what this person would actually do, claiming that they had a strange perversion to dressing up as a young schoolboy. Does he wish he were a young boy in a school classroom, looking nice and being successful at school? Yes.
What?
This
Check
theme
me
of
out,
calling out
Ma.
online predators would remain consistent throughout the years on Truth Sticks 11. However, after some time, the mother behind the
Oh, should I
account
just pick
You
my
should
nose?
low-key
the
make
page
this
for its
YouTube
initially
vid.
intended purpose,
I am.
to share
Dog.
photos of her son. The photos began reasonably normal, and would show this young boy studying at school, accepting awards from their principal, and even school presentations
out,
in
Ma.
which their son had attended, with the
Wait.
captions often boasting about how intelligent the young boy was.
Alright.
Though over time, the photos began to grow stranger.
Let me look at this bullshit. Why the jeans so baggy? Not
That's a
baggy,
great question.
but like, isn't it supposed to be skinny?
Loose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's calm though. Just the jeans, but it's calm though.
Yeah, I know. You know my
Shut your whole
style.
ass up.
Okay.
Freaking you hard R. Man, imagine if I had a chat, bro. This shit would be so funny. Oh God, this shit.
Oh
would be funny
God,
as
bro.
fuck.
Hilarious.
They looked off, almost as if they were AI
What?
generated.
Hold on,
Over time, the photos
So
began
my
to grow
friend 9 with
stranger.
that.
bro. Shut up, bruh. This nigga weird.
They looked
Yeah, what
off,
the fuck?
almost as if they were AI generated. And on top of this, they began to appear heavily edited in an almost
I'm never
inexplicable
posting my
manner,
kid on the internet
with deep
when I
red
get my
lipstick
son or
often being
daughter or
added,
whatever.
which was enunciated by his face being turned
Well,
pure
I
white.
am.
This unsettling trend would continue.
Actually, no,
for
I gotta post my son's hard ass face because my son's gonna be fly as shit, just
That's
like his
what I'm
dad.
saying.
But
God.
you're not fly though, so I don't know what you're
Yes,
talking
I
about.
am.
Back to the video.
I'm
year,
shut
as
up.
with each passing photo,
Nah.
the photos grew less authentic and more surreal.
This nigga weird. Imagine someone did something. Imagine somebody doing this to your child, bro.
I'm a fan. I'm gonna just get your IP.
Until they became straight up disturbed, even
Bro.
sickening.
I'm gonna make
These
my
bizarre
taco.
edits spilled over past just the images too, as the posts began to appear as disjointed collages, often showcasing multiple grotesque images and paragraphs about how much this user loved school. And this wasn't the only shift either. At some point, the son behind the account began
This look like some dark web shit.
posting content that allegedly came directly from him.
If you
saying
like
things
the dark
like,
web
"My
and
really
what you
cool mom
think it
asked me
is,
if I'd
type
like to
stuff.
post."
What if I go on the dark web on stream? I'm never touching that dark web. I'm not gonna lie.
The dark web is just a browser game.
And I said,
know.
yes, please. He even shared supposed
Browser where you
videos
can
that he
easily
had
get
filmed of
hacked.
himself,
Stupid.
which were equally as unconvincing as his photos,
Facts.
and somehow even more chilling.
Oh nah. Oh nah, this is too scary for me. Like, how do you
This is
feel
just
comfortable
weird.
making this? What
Right.
the fuck?
This is just weird. Dog.
The boy even shows off his singing in one of the clips.
Oh.
Though their voice sounds off. The account was overall anomalous and extremely off-putting. And though this content was visually alarming, another aspect made it even more so concerning, as over time, many of the images began to resemble CP, showcasing these fake AI children in explicit positions, with their faces sometimes even being photoshopped onto scantily dressed adult bodies. One thing
Like,
is blatantly
bro.
obvious about the Truth Sticks
That's actually crazy, bro.
Insane.
account, the supposed
Photoshop
child
and
behind it
pictures
is not
is
real.
crazy.
Even in the more passable photos at the very beginning, there's evidence to suggest that these were likely AI as well. And based on the disturbed, borderline illegal content that this page featured, it seemed more than likely that whoever was behind this page was not an innocent mother concerned for the welfare of other children, but instead, a predatory individual themselves. And this wasn't their only account. The second page featured on the Reddit post belonged to a user named GirlChloe12 and bore striking similarities to Truth Sticks. The page was also supposedly run by a child and monitored by their parent. Bizarrely, they also posted frequently about the dangers of online predators, with the wording of these posts and the editing being essentially the exact same as Truth Sticks, just not as over the top. These two accounts even frequently interacted with each other, thus providing a substantial link on its own. But by far the most compelling link between these pages is one that is easy to miss at a glance, with that being a blatant obsession with high-heeled mini boots. These shoes were mentioned or shown in virtually every single post made by these two users. At playtime, I'm sometimes running around with my really cool heeled footwear I wear with my uniform. After coming home from school, education isn't over for the day once the blue blazer, gray jersey...
So this whole time is just a dude that just likes kids role-playing as a kid online.
Bro,
white tie, white shirt, tailored close-fit gray
how do you
trousers, and black
just
heeled
wake
mini
up and
boots
decide
in
to
the
do
wardrobe.
that?
Oh God.
No matter what they discussed, school uniforms and mini boots were always a talking point, which adds confirmation to something that is already becoming apparent. This is fetish content, not too unlike the bizarre accounts in the Pipergate rabbit hole. Fetish content centered around children. And what makes the Chloe account so disturbing is that AI was seemingly not used, and rather the images seem to be of actual children. Despite this disturbing distinction, these two accounts are cut from the same cloth, and all signs point to them being created by the same person. A person who, despite their constant warnings of the dangers of adults pretending to be children online, seems to be doing the exact same thing, as part of some sort of fetish, the extent of which we'll discuss later. But
Having
for
a
now,
fetish for
one
kids
thing
is
was
wild.
for certain. These pages were not
Insane.
run by children, or their parents. So, who created them? Well, that brings us to our third and final account shown in that initial post. smartschoolboy9 was much the same as the other two accounts.
Bro, can you shut up? Age 10? Oh, hell no.
I ain't go back. I'm glad he in the UK.
Account looked after by mom. I'm a mixed race schoolboy, age 10. This is a grown
Just
man writing
weird.
this shit, by the way.
Just weird, bro.
That's crazy, bro.
They warned of online predators, obsessed over high-heeled mini boots and school uniforms, and posed as a child despite clearly not being one. But Smart Schoolboy was different in one key aspect. The person behind the account was pretending to be a child, but they were doing so in a much more apparent manner, as they didn't use AI or stolen images of other kids to form their identity, and instead, they used photos of themselves.
What the fuck?
In the images posted on the account, we
Bro,
see
who
what
is
appears
that?
to be a fully
That's
grown
him.
man dressed in a schoolboy's uniform.
That's
His face is
schoolboy
painted
9.
pure white and has bright red lipstick, and he is of course
Weird.
wearing high-heeled mini boots. Characteristics that were all utilized across the other accounts. Only this time
wearing
it was done on
stilettos?
himself, as he poses as a child pretending to go to school, as well as pretending to go through other life events common for preteens. And the photos aren't even the most disturbing part, as the account consists primarily of videos.
What the f... This nigga set up his camera to do this shit, bro. Are you fucking serious? Nigga set up his camera.
Like,
Pretended to
walk
be a
all the way
schoolboy.
back over there.
Edited
Man.
the fucking video. And posted it online. This some UK shit.
And
This some UK
Like
ass shit,
what?
bro.
Literally,
School.
straight from the UK.
Let me know if you like school as well.
Nigga, what?
The videos are all incredibly off-putting.
Sticking his
Some show
tongue
him
out,
arriving
too.
home from school.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He's acting like a
Others
kid
show
too.
him claiming to be on the bus heading
He
towards
gotta be
school.
mentally ill.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
gotta be mental.
Yes, and on the school bus.
I will hope
And
he
other
meant to.
videos showing him
About-
doing
Oh, God.
whatever this is.
What the f-
Like what? Gonna run through a bag of cop cat. They're
fuck
like,
did I just hear? What the fuck?
with these strange sounds and the process of sticking
My
his tongue
tacos
out
is
appearing
cooking.
to be part of his
I'm putting
fetish.
these in my taco.
Bro, shut up.
I swear to God.
Nigga, what? Bro!
As much like the other accounts, his content is overtly sexual, in its own bizarre way. In fact, there's a video of him with his full outfit on, where he shows himself staring into a mirror as he appears to pleasure himself, right out of view of the camera, as he stares into his own eyes.
Bro.
Wow.
This account is by far the
No
most
way.
sickening part of this whole rabbit hole, and also the most important. Interspersed throughout his page are a few examples of what this individual's voice sounds like,
This is quite good.
which just so happens to be the same voice heard in the very first clip shown on the Truth Sticks account,
A man pretending to be a boy.
meaning that this full-grown adult man is the one behind this entire rabbit hole. He's the one on these accounts pretending to be a child and their mother, getting some sort of sick satisfaction from whatever this is. And the worst part is, these activities aren't just kept behind closed doors. As we can see on numerous occasions, videos of him walking around outside in a public space, with his
Some
full
UK ass
outfit
shit.
and face paint on.
This is disgusting.
Imagine seeing this shit outside.
It's truly one of the strangest things that I've ever seen, and making sense of what this all is
Oh my
extremely
God,
difficult.
water is so
But based
good.
on the information found from this first Reddit post, a few likely conclusions can be put forward. This man is clearly attracted to the idea of being a kid, and I think OP was correct when they speculated that this was some sort of age play thing, but it's also clearly much more than that too. As based on the images that he's created himself, he clearly has some sort of attraction to other children as well, as he's quite literally created faux CP, the likes of which is so disturbing that I can't even really describe it here either. He's creating fetish content, and he's using the likeness of children, and also some children that are clearly very real people, to do so. That much is obvious. But there was also the possibility that he was pretending to be a kid in order to exploit other children across the internet. At this point though, this was merely speculation, with much of the smartschoolboy9 case remaining a mystery, and the rabbit hole was only getting deeper from here.
There's more.
Months after this rabbit
This
hole
just
was
keeps
introduced to
getting
the online
weirder
world,
and
the
weirder.
story began to be shared all across the internet, most notably on the r/internet mysteries subreddit, where the case really took off. There, internet sleuths began uncovering just how vast this web of accounts actually was, as it wasn't just these 3 pages. No, there seemed to be over a dozen, and likely even more that we still haven't found, as he's created his own sort of community, his own little world,
Bruh.
where across each page he pretends to be a child. With these accounts typically following each other and frequently interacting, seemingly to make these characters appear as though they have real friends. On one of these pages, 12 Stockwell Joanne, he poses as a 14-year-old girl, using more AI images to depict explicit positions of this manufactured child, which I obviously am not.
Why does he edit it so good though? Like what does he use? This nigga weirdo.
Bro, why?
No, I'm not like, bruh.
Gonna show here. Though much like his Chloe account, he also shows images of very real young girls. But this isn't the most concerning part of this account, as on numerous occasions
They
he's
need to
shown
hang
images
him.
of children
Hey,
at
in
a
GTA.
playground, which he may have taken himself.
Somebody need to burn him
This
at the
fantasy of
stake.
being a schoolgirl and taking part in these school-centric activities is something carried over throughout multiple of his accounts, with his most common alias being Stephanie, of which he has numerous different accounts featuring that same name.
Yeah, I'm Stephanie.
Now look at his editing, bro. How does he edit this shit, bruh?
God, that's so weird. I
This
ain't never
Stephanie
ever
character
seen
claims
that
to be a 12-year-old aspiring poet, with accounts all across the internet, many
Shit like a book cover.
of which showcasing examples of her poetry, which carries on those same distinct
Yeah.
sexual undertones. I race to complete my poems when I've got an early start. Heart racing, mixed rhythms, maximizing miracles, rice with rap, and on the map. My Kennington, London syllables. Dancing though I know my underwear might show if I lean forward. Good.
Like,
Stephanie
what?
Stansfield, 12.
What?
But digging even deeper,
Oh,
her
snap, I
poetry has
forgot
even
this
seemingly
one.
been featured in various articles and even newspapers, showcasing that this rabbit hole extends far past just the online world. This act is clearly their obsession, and he's been doing this for years, with the earliest examples that I could find coming from all the way back in 2018. And this Stephanie character seems to be his go-to alias, embodying it in even the literal sense.
This shit just keeps getting worse.
As in one of his many pages dedicated to the Stephanie character, he dresses as her, wearing a wig and a dress, as he pretends to be a 12-year-old girl.
Always be the people with
Almost
that
immediately
build
after
too.
this
They
case began gaining
all these weird ass niggas be having the same build, bro.
Almost immediately after this case began gaining traction, the true magnitude of this rabbit hole was revealed. Across every single account are countless depraved posts and oddities that all could warrant discussion. But by far the most important discoveries were those that didn't actually occur on his own page, and rather the pages of other actual children. Do you like school? I do. It is good. You have some cool shirts, but I have to wear school uniforms to school. It is nice, but casual isn't allowed, and it's quite hot here in the UK, as the month of June suddenly got warmer. These are two examples out of many that show smartschoolboy9 reaching out and attempting to...
Imagine he comments on one of your posts. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
befriend young children online.
I'm gonna act like
and
a
one
little
comment
kid
even
and
warns
try
a
to
child
link
about other
Then I'm
comments
gonna
from
shoot him
bad people.
on vid.
In
stating that
GTA.
it happens to most boys in our age group. But
On
stay safe,
GTA.
stay cool, don't be dismayed by creeps. This is our best evidence that these accounts weren't just made for age play. No, he's actually posing as a child in order to make friends with other children. And given his overtly sexual interests and aversion to CP, it's not hard to gather why he was doing this. And these examples are only what we found so far. It's possible that there are dozens, or who knows, maybe even hundreds of other comments out there, hidden on unknown children's accounts. This is predatory behavior. The man behind Schoolboy9 is a predator.
Oh shit, I forgot to change my shit to... Hold on. I forgot to change my shit to just chatting. to just chatting.
I wish you was smart.
to just chatting.
I wish you was smart.
to just chatting.
I wish you was smart.
to just... I bet.
And in case there was still any doubt of whether or not this was a sexual thing, here's what he had to say about being a 13-year-old girl. But how his tactics actually worked.
13.
Girl.
What?
What? Wow.
I can't sit still in class, thighs jerking, high heels squirting, school uniform so girly. Being 13 is really sexy, but being a good girl is too. What?
Dang. What is
Nigga,
happening?
what? This nigga weird.
But have his tactics actually worked?
What?
Well, the frightening thing is,
Nah,
no one
I would be
knows if
scared
he's
of him if I
actually
see
been
him in real life.
successful
I'm not
or
gonna lie, I'm running.
or even what specifically he's looking for.
I'ma
We
beat
just know
you
that
to
he's
the
trying
fat
to
off
reach
your
kids,
body.
as evidenced not only by his comments,
your lame
but by the
ass
fact
up.
that he's solely following children on all of these
Shut your
pages.
bitch ass.
And though it's easy to look at these accounts and know that something is off,
Why is he blurring
for
it?
children,
It's
it's
weird.
not that simple, especially when there's pages
Maybe 'cause
showcasing
his
photos of
video will
actual
get to
kids.
I don't care,
Which
bro.
brings
Stop
up
blurring
another
shit.
frightening detail. Many
Like,
of
he's
the
gonna show us
images used
anyways.
of children have not been traced
Duh.
back to their original creator, and some seem to appear for the very first time online publicly on this man's pages,
Bro, that's
which
weird.
might mean that he was sent them privately. There's even one image that David posted on his schoolboy account, which shows another kid that he claimed to be on a playdate with, though it's impossible to
His
say
real
if this is
name
real or
is
not.
David.
For now, we just don't know for sure. Though given the fact that he's
Playdate
reaching
with
out
a
to
kid.
children, posting fetish content centered around children, and has even potentially photographed kids in the wild, one thing is for
But-
certain. Smart Schoolboy9
Oh, it
needs
doesn't
to be
matter.
stopped.
Bro, he needs to be stopped.
Finding this man and reporting him to law enforcement quickly became the top priority for those investigating the case. And luckily, he left several glaring clues behind that made this process a whole lot easier.
Tight.
On numerous occasions across his many pages, he would post images and videos
Bro, the
of
UK looks
specific
so
locations.
boring. Like, it just looks so ass, bro. Like, it just looks so depressing. I would
They
never live
do
in
it.
the UK.
Even showing
never
streets
look
and mentioning
colorless.
very particular areas in his
Like,
poems.
ew, bro.
All of which
Hell
centered
no.
around the London area, immediately giving us an idea of where he was located. And that wasn't
That's
all.
kind of decent.
I
though,
mentioned
but-
how the alias
no.
of Stephanie was one that he used more so than any other. But what's interesting is that there was another name used just as often across his accounts, brought up time and time again, though it's a name that he never seemed to call any of his characters. Instead, he simply referred to this person as a stepbrother or a father, or even a friend from school,
What?
despite never actually picturing him, just mentioning his name. David. And sure enough, after connecting a few dots, it would be revealed that this person's actual name was in fact David.
His dumb
David
ass.
Alter, with the man being 59 years old.
59? 59. You're pushing 60. You're damn near 60.
60-year-old man.
That's crazy.
At the moment, it doesn't appear that David has any past criminal convictions or documented history of this behavior, but we do know that thanks to the investigation done on Reddit and Discord, he is currently being investigated by local authorities, which will hopefully put an end to his online behavior and shine some more light on who this person actually is. As for the time being, the only other information that we really know about David is that he likes to write poetry and he makes music.
The ceiling. I think I hear a running tram. Going back in time, not out of time. I think I like a little lemon and lime. Hey, Mary
It's
Ann,
weird.
hey, Steely Dan. I like the sound of that running tram.
Who the hell?
And his name
Who does bro think he is doing all this shit?
also appears in a random newspaper, where he's discussing the importance of kids wearing school uniforms. And that's really all we have at the moment. Though there is one very important aspect that we have yet to talk about in relation to this man, with that being David's mental state. Some believe that David is a mentally unwell individual who potentially doesn't know the extent of what they are doing.
Yeah, he
Now,
gotta be
even if this
mentally
is the
unwell.
case, his
He has
behavior
to be.
still needs to be stopped, and he needs to be given proper help to assure that no one else gets hurt by his actions.
Why is he
But it
always
is
sticking his
important to
tongue
note
out,
that
bro?
David
Like,
is far
fucking
more
weirdo.
intelligent than he lets on, as his personal accounts show us that he is fairly well-spoken and articulate.
yam off your
And throughout
face.
his problematic content, most of his bad grammar and strange verbiage seems to be his attempts at more authentically trying to replicate a child. But it's impossible to know for sure. But what we do know is that David is extremely manipulative, with his response to this situation and other clues littered across his accounts showing us that he seems to know what he's doing, and he knows that it's wrong.
Response?
Since the exposure of David's accounts,
I'm
he
not
hasn't
even
silently
doing
slithered
that.
away like most other predators would. Instead, he's actually responded on more than a few occasions, lashing out to those who have DM'd him, calling them the perverts and predators. He even left a comment on his Joanne account seemingly directed at himself, writing, "You are really sad. And if that's your name, David, be honest with yourself. You're 50, as you said elsewhere. You reply to me, a girl, as if I'm your buddy? No chance ever." This is something David does all the
This nigga
time.
weird, bro.
It's projection,
Just
and it started
talking
all
to
the way
himself
back
and
at the
other
beginning of this rabbit hole.
Bro,
Mama.
what?
You just hit
This
me.
is top loser shit, bro. I'm not gonna
After
lie.
she told me to leave her alone, she hit me.
Pretending.
Nigga hit max loser status.
No.
And he continued posting these predator
No.
exposés, along with other
I didn't
warnings
hit
about
her.
predators on the internet across every page he made, each of which being hyper-specific to his own predatory ways and fetishes. The things he accuses others of are blatant projections of his own dark vices. And I can think of two reasons why. Number one, that this makes his account look safer to other parents and children. It gives the appearance that he's not another internet creep because he's actively calling them out. It's a way to build trust in order to befriend and exploit kids. And number two, he knows what he's doing is wrong. And this is his bizarre way of self-reporting, probably to make himself feel better about what he's doing. And it's obvious based on just how accurate these claims against others are to him. Does he wish he were a young boy in a school classroom, looking nice and being successful at school? Yes. And these claims are made over and over again, as each time he calls someone out, he's further exposing himself, which becomes more concerning when you realize that these projections seemingly aren't strictly pedophilic. Within those eerily familiar exposé posts he made on TruthSticks11, he mentions how this user not only wanted to exploit children online, but they wanted to kill them as well. As he mentions that this user has a clear interest in cannibalizing kids, and even performing ritualistic
GTA.
sacrifices on them. And based on how
GTA.
accurate all of the other exposures are to himself, I have no reason to believe that this isn't part of his MO as well, as crazy as that may sound. This also seems to coincide with some of the content he's posted that I can't show you, as some of these photos show children edited in contorted positions, including some where he's added what appears to be rope to give the illusion that they're tied up.
Bro.
And what makes this even more disturbing is that on his accounts he's posted numerous photos in the vicinity of schools, on nearby secluded trails, and even some where he discusses what time school starts and ends, saying that he likes to be awake and ready for it. There's even photos that show other children outside from a distance, almost as if David was stalking them. This is highly concerning. Even if we don't know truly how low this man's perversions get, he is still far too close to children, which is perfectly encapsulated by this photo of him on a school playground during the day. And with his disturbing desires, I don't even want to imagine what he's capable of. Which brings us to the final piece of content that I need to talk about. Chasing another boy running in heeled mini boots.
What?
This was the text shown on screen during a short video posted onto one of David's many accounts. And in the video, we see the man pointing the camera at himself, showing his full face of white makeup and red lipstick. This video is edited more egregiously than any others I've seen across his page, with multiple explicit images and huge emojis covering the majority of the screen. Though just barely enough of the footage can be seen that shows David as he turns the camera around, revealing a young boy.
What?
Who he then proceeds to chase after, giggling all the while. Whether this was an edited video or a real occurrence, we don't currently know. David's doings are a mystery that will take some time to unravel, and my hope is that law enforcement will be able to follow through and help shed some more light on this individual, and finally put an end to his twisted behavior.
They still haven't found him
But
yet?
at this point, only one thing is for sure.
That's crazy.
The story of smartschoolboy9 is far from over.
How have they not found him? I mean, Fly 19 man, look what I found.
Bro, I'm tired of shit. I'm finna end.
I'm Obama.